Hello friends, and welcome back to this very short video. In our last video, we had these two tables standing alone with no relationship, and of course we can build relationships between these two tables, and it's very possible. Right, so the whole idea about building relationships between tables is very simple. Let me give you a quick scenario of what I truly mean. So in this window is the report window. In the report window, you create visualizations from different graphs depending on the fields that you choose. So let me take the line graph, the line chart. I have it here. We are going to do a quick demonstration to see the main reason why we should create relationship between tables and rather avoid merging tables. So I have AdventureWorks products here. I pick a model name and put it on the axis. As you can see, nothing has happened, right? So I go back to the AdventureWorks sales, then I'll pick product key, okay, to the values. Now, what you are seeing here is the model name, and then what you are seeing on the y-axis is the product key for each model, either a bike or a motor or whatever it should be. When you hover across the line, you're going to see the kind of model of the product and its product key and the number of times the product key is occurring in the AW sales table. Let's assume you are confused. How is it possible? Two different tables. Now, I picked the product key from the AW sales table and I picked the model name from AdventureWorks products table. So comparing the two tables, products table, sales table, let's go and check if we have a relationship between those two tables. Right, so we have AW sales and then AW sales products. Is there a relationship? Of course. Based on a common field, we have a product key which exists in the two tables. One in the data table and then the other in the lookup table. Simply because there is a relationship between these tables, we can pick fields from one table and link it to the other to create a good virtualization. Right, so let me see if I can create a relationship or I can pick fields from AdventureWorks returns and then link it to AdventureWorks product subcategories and product to see if it will work. So let's give it a try and see. Let me remove these fields, and then we are working with AdventureWorks returns. So I'll pick a product key and put it on the axis. Right, nothing is happening now. Let's take time, and then let's go to product, let's say subcategories, and let me pick a category name and put it on the values. Actually, nothing is happening. Why? Because there is no relationship between those two tables. So let's go back and create a relationship between these two tables and see what happens. Right, so looking at AdventureWorks product subcategories and AdventureWorks products, there is a common key, product subcategory key, product subcategory key. So we can link the two tables together. Oh, sorry. Product subcategory key. Right, and there's a match. So we've been able to link AdventureWorks product keys to AdventureWorks product subcategories. And so how can we link AdventureWorks products to AdventureWorks products categories? But looking at AdventureWorks product categories and then AdventureWorks product subcategories, there's a common field, which is product category key. There's a link. Now let's look at something very carefully. We've been able to link adventurous products to adventurous products category subcategories, that means we can link those two tables. But adventurous product categories is linked to only adventurous product subcategories. So can we link a field from adventurous products to adventurous product categories? Let's give it a try and see. Right, so in the table we have adventurous products categories, which is this one, and it's no way linked to adventurous products. But let's try and see if we can create a virtualization between those two tables in distance. In distance means they are not directly linked together. So let's see. I'll pick category name to the axis. Nothing happens. Wow, okay. Let me see if I can pick a table from adventurous products, and let me pick a product description. Well, something is really working. So in the product category of accessories, count of product description is 29. Then in clothing, we have 35 of product description being counted. Same happens to bikes and same to components. So the question is, how is it possible for a table which is not directly linked to that table be able to share resources together? This brings us to SnowFlake schemas. Somebody will ask, what's a SnowFlake schema? A SnowFlake schema is like building a chain of dimensions between tables. Talking about a chain of dimension, we have this table, it's linked to this table is linked to this table. So this table right here is acting as an intersection between these two tables. So it intersects from product and connects you to product subcategories. That is called SnowFlake schemas. So not every time that you're gonna get tables having a foreign key and a primary key. At times you have to be very vigilant and then expect something like a SnowFlake schema in your data sets. I hope you really understood this lesson. If you had a little understanding about this lesson, I would advise you to go back to our previous video, building relationships, and then build your understanding right from that video to this lesson. And I hope you really get a very good understanding of what I was trying to explain to you. Thank you, and then I'll be looking forward to seeing you in the next video.